Right, everybody, hello and welcome back to Wilderness Adventures UK. It's a week after from the previous 3 videos. Reason being, the battery was going flat on this little beauty. So I've been home, I've done a few days work, I've had a chance to reset and rest. And today we're back in the barn to sort out all this stuff here and to talk about Scotland 2025. So stick around if you want to know what my plans are. So let's start the video quickly by talking about this lot of stuff here. So starting at that far end, that stuff was not in the Land Rover. That stuff is just spare boxes, they're empty. I was going to try and swap some of these out just to fit everything in just a little bit more neat, if that even is a phrase. Obviously, Keller gas bottle. This is all recovery gear and tools. This is my metal bucket that any followers on the channel will have seen that before. Really, really good to have a stainless steel bucket. It doubles up as a toilet, you can fetch water, you can boil water, it has a plethora of uses. So I always carry the stainless steel bucket. In the stainless steel bucket, I've got my kitty litter. Can you see that? If I hold it up like that, that is for obvious reasons. Going to the toilet. Makes it compostable, gets rid of smells and stuff. So I do carry a little bucket of biodegradable kitty litter. Toilet is over here. It's one of these ones off one of these cheaper websites that you go to. Just basically a plastic box with a toilet seat on top that folds down nice and compact, and you can do your business in. Underneath that, I've got a pair of gloves that I use for moving coals about, but I've got my new Kadak cooker that I did make a video about, but I never launched it. So maybe that's a video I'll do when I'm out on the road. Next to that, I've got my portable solar panel, which I don't really need. I just like having it just in case something happens to the solar panels on the roof. Obviously, to the far right, I've got my water bowser. These 3, one is ration packs and like emergency food, dried food, of which I've got another 2 here and 1 down the back, ration packs that is. I think the middle one, I'm gonna have to swap these about so I can remember what's what. One of these is all my kitchen stuff, like your tea towels, dustpan and brush, washing up liquid, kitchen towel, stuff like that in one of these. And the top one is like emergency items, fire lighters, just stuff like that that you rarely use. So one of them gets pushed right at the back, and it's only if you're up the stream without a paddle, as it were, that you whip it out and get those bits out. But all this, bar those 3 boxes over there, needs to go back in. I may slim a bit of it down, like recovery gear. I think I've got 2 ropes. I've got a tow rope and a snatch rope, and I've got some tree ropes, and I've got all sorts. I don't think I need all of that. So this is a side of the landy that I hardly ever show, to be honest. I very rarely show. It's a bit of a messy area because it's the garage area, so it's taken a few knocks and stuff. But under here, I've got my LiPo 4 battery, house battery, in there, right at the back. That powers my fridge and my diesel heater. Also, I charge my power bank off that. So there's a wire coming off that goes straight into the power bank, and that battery there receives all the solar and all the DC charging. So I don't actually get any solar to my power bank, or the DC charger doesn't charge up my power bank. All comes off that battery there. I've got my diesel heater tank, so that's my auxiliary diesel tank for the diesel heater. It's transparent, so you can see when you're getting low, and it is just bungeed in to secure it when it needs filling. My filler cap on the Land Rover is just that side on the older Land Rover, so when I'm filling up, I just pull that to the edge, fill that up too, makes it nice and easy. It's all on the same side. But yeah, that's what lives here. So under here, I usually have recovery gear, my kitty litter, and my actual gas tank lives right in the doorway there. So this side has had a few different iterations since I built the Land Rover out. Originally, it was all this level, and the fridge was a little bit lower. The problem with that was I was losing storage space. So I built this sort of box here above the footwell, just so I could house 2 of those grey and black boxes that you saw just previously, fit side by side in there perfect. So that gets rid of 2. So that's usually the stuff I don't use often go to the far back. My kitchen goes on the bottom floor, and my dry food all go there, subject to change. I might change that around. I'm trying to figure out a better way of working it, which is why I've pulled everything out today. But yeah, Obviously that's on sliders, but it doesn't work. So this is one bit that I need to revise when I get back, which I will revise when I get back. I may tear all this footwell bit out and have it on lift up cupboards. And finally, we've got the sleeping area, obviously. Bedding just there. I have put a new mattress on top just there, which is going to aid heat coming from the bottom. Not that it gets that cold in there, but hey ho. These bits up here have come out of this cubby hole where some of that stuff was stored. I haven't emptied my clothes, my spare clothes, that's still in there. And I haven't emptied me kitchen crockery and plates and bowls and stuff. That's all, I sorted that out a couple of weeks ago. So it's mainly this stuff behind me I wanted to sort. I'll crack on and get all this sorted off camera dead quick. Right everybody, content is back in, all bar the step I'm sat on and my water bowser that's just next to me there. Tried to be a little bit methodical with it. Toilet is now in the cab, which is where it has been for the last few months, but it used to live in the garage area. And yeah, the only thing I'm kind of not happy with, but I suppose I can live with, is all the food is underneath the fridge in that cubby area I showed you just before. One more thing I need to do before I go. I'd like to replace that curtain just at the far end. I'm not sure you can pick it up on the little camera, but there's a curtain that spans from left to right that sits up against the back of the front seats. I'd like to get a two-piece. So I'm going to take myself off to Dunelm. I've taken the measurement and I'm going to get one with the big eyelets in the top. And I'm going to slide it over the bar. So A, it covers a little bit of that gap up top, but B, I can open curtains and I can look out the front and stuff. But yeah, that's the only thing the only couple of things I'm not happy with at the moment. But besides that, yeah, I'm more than happy with it. Right guys, let's talk about the subject matter, which is Scotland 2025. It's going to differ a little bit from last year. Last year we started off at the top of England, North Lakes, and we snaked our way right up the west coast. Almost got to the highest point in the UK, but I ran out of time. So the first thing I'm changing is I'm going up for a longer period of time. Going to be up there for around 5 weeks, which I'm really excited about. So I'm not going to see so much of the lower half of Scotland, although I am going to be driving through it. But the plan is to head to the lower half of the Highlands and set up camp in a specific location that I've got in mind, and then work from there and work around the weather. But that is the plan. Videos wise, what I'm going to try and do is I'm taking the laptop and everything with me, so I'm going to try my hardest to launch a couple of videos a week while I'm up there. They're going to be more of a sightseeing, touristy, showing you what Scotland has to offer style this time. I don't think my vloggy style went down too well, didn't get much views. So yeah, I'm going to try something different. But guys, as always, if you've got any suggestions for things you want to see or things you think I should see, styles you want the videos filmed in, whatever it may be, just use that comment section below. And make sure you're always leaving that thumbs up, because that just lets YouTube know that you like my videos and it pushes it to more people. And on that note, I'll fetch you another video, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, until our next adventure, and until the big adventure that we're going to be doing this year, you all look after each other, and I'll see you very, very soon.